with the NBA.
The busy freeways of Los Angeles, a hallmark of this sprawling metropolis. We're coming to you from Southern California. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, and thanks for joining us on this fine Thursday afternoon. Kevin Harlan with you, joined by Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge reporting courtside. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You look at George, he's among the top 10 in the voting in the Western Conference. The fans rewarding him for a tremendous season so far.
And I'm sure he's grateful for that. But, Kevin, I know what he really wants is a spot in that starting lineup.
And it seems like the anticipation just continues to build each year around this time of the season. Gonna be a fantastic weekend. And David Aldridge is standing by for our pregame report. David, good evening.
Hey, Kevin, if you'll allow a D.C. kid to be a little parochial right now, while there are some basketball hotbeds throughout the world, Prince George's County in the heart of Maryland is among the finest. A litany of NBA players have come from PG, including Kevin Durant, Victor Oladipo, Markelle Fultz, Michael Beasley, and Quinn Cook. KD said, "It's just in the water. This is what we do." Guys?
Great stuff as always, DA. Thanks. Greg, we've got two terrific highlight-making teams, both athletic in so many ways.
You know, it makes me hearken all the way back to college, and one of my teammates, Stacey Ogden, one of the greatest athletes I ever played alongside. But we're going to see a lot of his impact in tonight's game.
So the New York starting five, it's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Kemba Walker is out there with Barrett, and it's Fournier in at the 3 spot. And for Los Angeles, DeMarcus Cousins out there with Ibaka. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Paul George, and it's Rondo in at the point. Now here's Walker. Three-pointer. Serge Ibaka pulls it in. And so Ibaka will bring it up for Los Angeles. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
There's a real knack for understanding when a guy is uncovered, and Paul George's court awareness on display right there. Beautiful.
Rondo against Walker. Trying to get open is Randall. No good that time. Good work defensively by Ibaka. And now here's George, the fast break opportunity. Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Here's Rondo. From outside, off the mark. Now the Knicks with it. Oh, and the jam by Barrett.
Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense. R.J. Barrett.
Outside, George. Lobs it up for Ibaka. Doesn't go for him. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Rondo dishes to Ibaka. Excellent D that time from Robinson. Inside. Here's Randall. It doesn't go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way.
Boy, having a hard time making shots. Just 1 for 4 to start this game.
And when you're open, Rondo finds you. Always has his head on his foot.
Knicks on offense. And Paul George, Doris, kind of a late bloomer coming up in high school. His older sister used to give him the business on the blacktop. Of course, eventually, he found his stride, and the rest is history.
It took some encouraging from older sis and his high school coach, who actually had to threaten him with running suicides to get the guy to shoot more. And think about it. This guy plays his college basketball at mid-major Fresno State. That's really where he got onto the NBA radar. Yet another miss. Just 1 for 5. Not exactly an ideal start.
Love the determination he showed there, getting himself into good position under the glass.
With the presence of mind to know just where the rebound was going to come down. Well timed. Leonard lays it up off the glass.
But Kawhi Leonard is 230 pounds of nothing but pure strength. What a finish at the rim.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Now Walker, with an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them.
Already his second foul. He's in danger of getting into serious foul trouble early in this game.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for the Clippers. Outside Fournier. The shot, no good. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They come into this one following the loss to the Grizzlies.
And if you had to point to one problem in that game, it was their rebounding. Flat out terrible.
Well, the numbers back up that assertion, no doubt about it. And sometimes it's about, hey, we've got to get on the glass and make sure they're feeling us all night long. They didn't do that.
Can't allow Barrett that kind of positioning. He's just too skilled at finishing, even when you try to get physical with it.
Leonard against Fournier. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Evan Fournier. And Kawhi Leonard with a very analytical approach, Doris, to the game. Studies angles, movement, trying to groove in on perfect mechanics. I mean, he does it all.
Yeah, Kev, that goes back to his favorite high school subject, which was math. And think about how precisely he has built his game. He started at the free throw line, then went to the low post, and now has added the range game. Very analytic approach.
First free throw is good.
When the story of Kawhi Leonard is told, it will be about the hard work being the secret of his success. Here was a guy who was not the most vaunted prospect in either high school or college. But boy, he kept his eyes on what he was after, and he kept working.
And he makes both free throws. And Doris, you were talking about Leonard's work ethic. Going back to San Diego State, he used to come in at 6:30 in the morning. No lights on in the gym, so he brought his own lamps. I mean, the guy was dedicated.
No doubt, Kevin, and that has been the through line of his career. First to practice, last to leave. He has that hunger to improve, the drive and the desire to put in the time to be great. There's a price to be paid, and he's willing to pay it.
Here's Cousins. Kemba Walker making his last shot. Leonard, no luck.
It's all about the defense right there. Without that level of activity, he probably scores it.
Down low. And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That is his first foul of the game. And Fournier kicks to Randall. The pass to Barrett. 6 to shoot. Walker with a clean look. Nailed from three-point land. Walker's got 5 now.
How poised is Kemba Walker? This guy shooting from beyond the arc is so impressive.
Pass to Jackson. Here is Ibaka. Back to Jackson. It's rebounded by Barrett.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
Walker's shot is off.
Well, it hasn't been the most efficient game for this guy, but their team is fortunate to still be out in front.
Jackson passes to Rondo. Outside Leonard. Back to Rondo. Shot's good by Ibaka.
Well, a little bit of assertiveness from the native of Congo. Serge Ibaka has the green light.
And here's Walker. He's got 5. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
All right, a chance to check out stats for Leonard. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. 6th in scoring, 9th in steals, and he's among the top 20 players in three-point field goal percentage. He has been locked and loaded from beyond.
And you noted it. His points per game average is unreal right now. He's literally propping up the team's offense, scoring whenever they need him to.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Fires from the line. The Knicks pull it in. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad.
And this game will be half of the contest they'll play against each other this year.
It's an interesting matchup. Two teams that don't know each other all that well. Separate conferences. We'll see which one can dictate the pace early.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Beverly's checked in. Taj Gibson's checked in for the Knicks. Rose comes in for Kemba Walker. Here's Beverly. Left side, Leonard. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
Well, you bring up some great points. Morris is checked in for Serge Ibaka. And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
And Gibson kicks to Robinson. Rose looking around. Now here's Toppin. Taking a look at the scoring numbers. Right now he averages about 9 points a game. The offensive rebound. Shots good by Gibson.
Well, Taj Gibson is so strong on the backboards. His ability to pursue the offensive glass is truly a thing to watch.
Beverly, the pass to Leonard. Takes a 3. Robinson pulls it in. Robinson's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And so Cousins will bring it up for the Clippers. They trail by 1. That one doesn't go. Great D that time from Gibson. Outside Rose. Passes it to Gibson. Now here's Barrett. Nice D from Cousins. Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. Jackson passes to Morris. Here's Barrett. Softly drops in the floater. And that's now 6 points for R.J. Barrett.
This guy's such an instinctive scorer. R.J. Barrett goes to the floater game.
Outside Leonard. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
The Clippers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Cousins, and it's Kennard in for Jackson. Then for the Knicks, Burks comes in for Robinson, and it's Payton in for R.J. Barrett. The free throw good from Kawhi Leonard.
We are looking at the MVP of the 2014 finals. Can we remember that in that series, Kawhi Leonard shot 60% and he guarded LeBron James?
Rose. The shot off that time, and it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Morris. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Well, that's just stellar concentration from the talented forward. Marcus Morris effective at keeping his balance on these tough finishes.
New York trailing. Payton with the ball. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. This is his first free throw of the game.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
The first one falls.
I think Elfrid Payton has exciting potential. He's got unbelievable defensive instincts and work habits. He just needs to develop a little bit more on the offensive end.
Second free throw, no good. The Clippers in the lead. Got a piece of it. It's out of bounds. Last touch by Burks. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for him.
He's really made that a focus of his game these past few years, and it's paid big-time dividends for him. He's become a much better rebounder, and it's increased his value as a player by leaps and bounds.
Well, Taj Gibson proves year after year he is a very capable defender. This guy is willing to contest shots.
We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Now Beverly. He's still scoreless so far in this one.
Well, they're leading in large part because of the work he's put in this quarter. This is nicely done.
The Knicks shooting in this first quarter around 38%. They're looking a bit creaky out there. Here's Rose. It's rebounded by Leonard.
All alone from mid-range. They know he won't miss many of those.
And as he gets older, we've seen Derrick Rose coming out of his shell a bit more. Early in his career, he was wary of strangers and the media.
And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Los Angeles shooting their 6th attempt at the charity stripe in the game.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
One shot. That free throw good from Kennard. Knicks trail by 4. Outside Rose. Tipped away. Stolen by Beverly. And here we go with Morris running it up the court. Leonard with no one around. And again, the Clippers good for 2.
I'll tell you, this guy is proving to be a problem for the defense. In this quarter, he has been special.
And so Payton will bring it up for the Knicks. And growing up, Derrick Rose protected by his family from the dangers of Chicago. Then, Greg, after starring at the University of Memphis, he was drafted by his hometown Bulls.
Anointed a savior from day one. And you talk about a life under the microscope. Sports writers picking him apart, rabid fans wanting a piece. In a lot of ways, it's probably better for him not playing in Chicago.
Morris with the bucket.
Well, Kawhi Leonard's passing skills have developed over the years, and if you give him that much attention, he'll find his teammates.
New York calls timeout. In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game. And that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
And here is Payton following Marcus Morris's three. They get the rebound. Stolen by Zubac. To the paint. Here's Kennard. They grab their own miss. Pass to Zubac. Payton against Beverly. 5 on the clock. That's a 2 from Kennard. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Rose passes to Toppin. It's good. This time the assist from Rose.
No one's ever questioned his court vision. Rose playing unselfish basketball, being the leader this team needs him to be.
Beverly feeling it out a bit. And here's Leonard from 3. Toppin pulls it in.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
For New York, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line. Free throw is good by Toppin. And the Clippers making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. He hits both from the stripe. And here's Beverly. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. The pass to Zubac. Kicks it to Leonard. Pass to Kennard. To the middle. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist. Leonard's got 17 now.
This is a small forward who, because he's 230 pounds, can hold his own down in the low post. That is nicely done.
Knicks trail by 7. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Payton dishes to Gibson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
The Knicks have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. And he makes the first.
What you love about Taj Gibson is his leadership. This guy is an intelligent, ferocious competitor who plays his role to a T.
And both free throws good from Gibson. Clippers leading by 5. Here's Beverly, still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. To the inside, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Elfrid Payton.
I think it's the gritty nature of Serge Ibaka's game that earns him these calls. You've got to be careful how you guard him.
Shoot 2.
First one falls for him.
Well, let's remember, Serge Ibaka is a defensive presence. This guy, an elite shot blocker early in his career, and he is now a capable scorer from just about anywhere.
And both free throws good for Serge Ibaka. One second left. That one, no good. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Clippers lead by 7. And back with the start of the second quarter in just a moment. Recently, we had a chance to speak with R.J. Barrett about what was a trying first year.
I hate losing, but at the end of the day, it's part of the game. And I feel like you could learn more from a loss than you can from a win. And my teammates have been great. The whole organization has been great. We just, you know, whatever happens, we've kind of been sticking together and going through it all together, so that's been good.
And Barrett, a guy who's accustomed to winning, at least as an amateur grade.
I mean, he won a championship in high school, could have won one in his only year of college. He's going to be a driving force for the organization to get better.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Clippers, guys.
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
Yeah, I think they wanted to come out of the gate strong, and they have. They've taken the early lead here.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the court for the Knicks, they've got Toppin. Alec Burks is out there with Kemba Walker. Then it's Julius Randle, and it's Fournier in at the 3, the small forward. Rondo passes to Zubac. Fader on the way. No good on the shot, a bit long that time. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for New York. 9-point game. Last game matchup with the Suns, a tough loss there.
Well, when you're facing a team that's feeding off the crowd's energy, you have to bring your A game, and they didn't do that defensively.
One thing you know, Greg, is you've got to pack your defense in the suitcase if you're going to win on the road, and they simply did not bring it.
Here's Randall after Rajon Rondo's bucket. A shot by Burks. Nobody around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Burks has got 5 points so far.
Well, Burks is a lethal three-point threat. This guy has such an effortless shooting stroke.
Rondo kicks to George. Kennard against Fournier. Back to George. Just 5 to shoot. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. And oh, here we go. Burks got it. A fast break chance. His second miss, now 2 of 4 on the game. Clippers leading by 8. Zubac's in the post. No points in the game yet for him. New York's gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Free throw line jump shot. Here's Toppin. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, still a dependable shot blocker. That is what got Serge Ibaka playing time at the beginning of his career. Nice.
Rondo against Walker. From deep, George. Second shot opportunity, and Ibaka with the lay-in. He's got 6.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside. And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3 ball.
Greg, you've always said to have a winning team, you need franchise players. Talk about the specific qualities you look for in those superstars that can catapult a team to greatness.
It's a great question, Kevin. Talent really isn't enough. You know, whether you lead vocally or by example, the agenda has to be winning, and your best players really define who your team is going to be. So the franchise caliber player is a much needed asset.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Poked loose. Stolen by Jackson. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. The Clippers getting the bucket. Now here's Walker. He's got 5. It's good.
Well, if you take away the 3 and you take away the drive, Kemba Walker simply gets to his mid-range game. That's why scoring at 3 levels is huge.
Now here is George. Right now, checking his stats, he's averaging over 23 points a game. Misses from close range. Knicks trail by 13. Ahead, jumps up, and Barrett slams it in.
Yeah, Julius Randle has a good feel on the offensive end. On time and on target with the pass.
And George kicks to Rondo. Ibaka against Robinson. Ibaka, no luck. For New York, they've gone 3 of 8 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. And the rejection by Cousins. And pushing it up, here's the Clippers. And Jackson throws it down hard.
Well, you love it. DeMarcus Cousins drawing the defensive attention and still has the court awareness to make the play.
Walker with it. He's got 7. And there's the defensive 3-second call. A lot of big decisions have fallen on Adam Silver's shoulders, the commissioner of the NBA. And Greg, I think you and I agree by all accounts he has succeeded with flying colors. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
No doubt about it. I mean, I don't know that you could have had a better person for the times. Adam Silver is to be commended, but I think also appreciated, not just from the players and the owners, but I think our fans should also appreciate who he is as a person. I've often said that commissioners typically work for the owners. He's the one commissioner, no matter the sport, that I've always felt like was a partner of the players as well.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
You know, I've always had such great admiration for Kemba Walker and his work habits and his basketball skill. But there's also this infectious joy he plays with that makes him one of my favorite players.
Now, here's Walker. He's got 8. And the Knicks miss again.
Well, that's just inconsistency from him, and it's happened all night, and it hasn't helped their cause.
Rondo passes to George. Good. George has got 6.
Well, just solid work in the painted area. Paul George, quality look, excellent decision.
Knicks trail by 14. Passes to Robinson. Here's Walker. Another shot. Randle. It's good. It's his second basket. He's shooting 2 for 4.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
And to me, this is a common theme that's running through the league right now. Guys looking to leak out rather than box out.
Now here's Rondo. He has 5. And here's George for 3. Knicks with the rebound. Randall's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Fires from 18. That one wide left. And so Ibaka will bring it up for the Los Angeles Clippers. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points.
Well, they are daring him to miss, and he obliges.
Here's George. Here's Cousins. Randle with some nice D. And it's Cousins with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Marcus Morris is checked in for Rajon Rondo. The Knicks also changing it up. Taj Gibson's checked in for Julius Randle. And Derrick Rose is subbed in for Kemba Walker. Knicks trail by 12. Now Rose. He's coming off a 16-point game against the Suns in Phoenix. The rebound by Ibaka. Ibaka's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Here's George. Here's Morris. It's rebounded by New York. Here's Rose. Bank shot, no good.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now here's Jackson. He had an 18-point outing in the last game against Memphis, and he gets the bucket. Morris has got 7.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Knicks trail by 14. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Robinson finds Rose. That's his first basket of the game. 1 for 6 and looking for more.
Boy, what a warrior Derrick Rose is. This guy gets buckets through contact out there. So tough.
Clippers leading by 12. Jackson passes to Ibaka. To the middle. Here's George. The rebound by Gibson. New York's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Barrett kicks to Rose. Launches it. Rose can't get that one to fall.
I'll tell you, it feels all night like this guy's been forcing shots, rushing shots. He's really struggling on the offensive end.
It's George on the wing over Gibson. Pulled the shot a little left, but the bounce goes his way. George has got 6 in the quarter.
You've got to be prepared on the catch to release quickly, and Paul George does that as well as anyone in the league.
Knicks trail by 14. And here's Rose. Here's Barrett. He kicks it to Rose. 5 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Fournier's shot is off. Los Angeles has got nothing but zeros from long range in the second quarter. 0 of 4. And the wide open shot for Morris. Knocks down the 3-ball. 10 points for him.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
The Knicks shooting a cool 28% in the second quarter. Outside Fournier. New York moving the ball around. Rose against George. Outside Fournier. There's the triple. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Cousins has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Jackson kicks to Cousins. Outside, George. Pass to Jackson. Takes the 3. Not going to go that time. Now the Knicks take it the other way. Now here's Rose. The shot's good from Fournier.
Well, this is the kind of thing that will help that shooting percentage. Fournier in the high percentage area.
Rose against Jackson. There's the pass to George. Puts it up from 15. And another make to his scoring column. His 5th basket of the game. Now shooting 5 of 11.
From that in-between range, they've been the much better team.
And that's a foul. It's called on Reggie Jackson. That's foul number 2 for him.
Another foul would give him 3 before the half. Something to keep an eye on, guys.
Leonard, he's checked in for the Clippers. Patrick Beverly comes in for George. Payton, he's checked in for the Knicks. Beverly against Rose. Barrett with the ball. 8 points for him. Rebound by DeMarcus Cousins. Cousins has got his 8th rebound here tonight. Oh, Morris in position.
Oh, just a picture-perfect alley-oop. You gotta love that one, Kevin.
A little surprise, Greg. He didn't go for the big slam, but it works just the same. There's 1:54 left to play here in the half. Rose passes to Gibson. Pass to Barrett. Shot clock at 5. And Barrett slams it in.
Well, that's coming with force. R.J. Barrett, nothing you can do to stop that.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers.
And Doris, while he's kind of welcomed the spotlight of playing in New York. Off the court, R.J. Barrett more of a homebody.
Right, and I love that because this is a young man who's committed to his craft. All of his energy is on becoming the best NBA player he could possibly be. But Greg, 100% correct. He's got the temperament and maturity to face the pressure of New York.
And here's Barrett. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. Barrett makes that one his 6th of the night, shooting a very healthy 6 for 9.
I'll tell you, what a night. He has been efficient. He's been strong. Unfortunately, they're still fighting an uphill battle.
Beverly dishes to Leonard. A 3-ball. And it's Beverly missing.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Here's Rose.
Well, Derrick Rose plays with such intensity, such willingness to draw contact on the interior.
The Knicks have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. The free throw drops for Rose.
Boy, what a roller coaster career it has been for Derrick Rose. One-time league MVP, now just trying to fit in with the rest of his guys. This is not an easy transition.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for DeMarcus Cousins, and it's Luke Kennard in for Reggie Jackson. And both free throws good for Rose.
And guys, this is the way to stay in the game. They're doing a masterful job from the line. Perfect this quarter.
And Beverly kicks to Kennard. Zubac against Robinson. Stolen by Robinson. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Rose finds Barrett. Back to Rose. Passes it to Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Topping with it. Kennard covering. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. So it's the Clippers now. Here's Kennard.
R.J. Barrett has the kind of physical abilities to contest shots, and he is aggressive on the defensive end right now.
And so it's Los Angeles in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've been putting on a clinic in the paint. Shots are falling with regularity, and they are pounding it down low. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, you have grown so much offensively throughout your career. What's the focus of that end of the floor?
Just knocking down open shots, my ball handling, and making good decisions off the pick and roll, and just try to limit my turnovers.
And you've done well so far, Kawhi. Thanks. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Program. I'm Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Kawhi Leonard is having one of those nights. He had 20 points. And for the Clippers, the wing tandem of Kawhi Leonard and Paul George inviting historic comparisons. Shaq, for your money, are they as good as any duo in the league?
Without question, Ernie Cornelius Johnson. 2 players who are both MVP caliber. Yes.
I didn't know your middle name was Cornelius.
Neither did I.
Okay.
I don't think it is.
Okay. But for Shaq's money, most importantly, this would be a big step. But, he's I did not know. It was Cornelius.
ECJ, baby.
It's not Cornelius.
ECJ.
I guess it is now.
He's the conference Johnson, Cornelius.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Kawhi Leonard really has his fingerprints all over this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Rajon Rondo is out there with Paul George. Then there's DeMarcus Cousins. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Ibaka in at the center. That's who's out there for the Clippers. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting two. And there's the call, New York with the foul. And looking back at what was a stellar career, Greg, if there was one thing you could have done differently, do you have anything on your mind?
You know, I would have loved to have had the opportunity to finish my career in New York. That was a special place, a special time. Unfortunately, that didn't transpire, but that's the one thing that stands out. That and obviously not winning a championship.
I can understand both of those.
Yes.
The free throw drops for Leonard. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard. Knicks trail by 18. Now Barrett. Outside Fournier. Drills the three-pointer. Fournier's got 5 points so far.
Evan Fournier has proven over and over, you better get a hand up and contest from three, or he will make you pay.
Leonard, the pass to Ibaka. Back to Leonard. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
Here's Fournier. Kawhi Leonard making his last shot. Rondo with the steal. Left side Ibaka. And stolen by Fournier. Here's Randall. And the rejection by Cousins.
The aggressive defense by DeMarcus Cousins, not content to just alter it, send it back.
Clippers leading by 15. Rondo drives in. Can't hit from in close. And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for the Knicks. Barrett wide open, he fires. And again, New York with the triple.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
George against Barrett. Leonard against Fournier. Leonard kicks to Rondo. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Leonard's got 4 assists in the game.
And guys getting into a nice groove here, starting to feel it.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Pass to Fournier. Down low. Outside for Robinson. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. And it's Paul George with the finish.
That is Paul George, the incredible vertical and the unbelievable creativity.
A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. And there's the pass to Barrett. And here's Fournier. Trying to get open is Randall. Fournier's shot is off. Walker against Rondo. Pass to Cousins. Back to Rondo. 8 feet away. Here's Ibaka. The shot from the low post is good. Ibaka's got 8.
Well, there's incredible height and reach and length and touch from the inside when we're talking about Serge Ibaka.
2 points. That one goes.
I tell you, he's making everything he looks at tonight. He should be their #1 option on every possession.
Outside Leonard. It's George on the wing. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Knicks trail by 20. Barrett the pass to Randall. And here's Barrett. He's got 17. Field goal number 9. He's 9 of 12 with that basket.
There's a confidence and a comfortability to what R.J. Barrett is doing nightly. Boy, is he cooking right now.
To the paint, and Cousins throws it down.
And ever since halftime, they played precision basketball offensively.
I got to believe that's something the coach talked to them about at the halftime. They have valued each possession.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. Greg, if you're a small market team, how do you convince stars that you've drafted and developed to stay and re-sign?
It's a great question, Kevin. I actually think in a lot of ways it's easier today because you can be box office. You can be a superstar in a small market and have the name recognition because of the era we play in. And so I think the biggest way to keep them there is to build a championship caliber team around them. I think that is your saving grace. If you can prove to them that you can build a championship caliber team, I don't really think that there is a reason to want to leave.
That's a solid blueprint.
That's about reading the floor. Hits his man right where he wanted it.
Beverly the pass to Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. George, and the layup's good off the glass. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
You can see it. Once this guy gets his rhythm, he is so hard to slow down. What an excellent night for him and his team.
Now here's Walker. He's got 8, and the foul called on Kawhi Leonard. That's his first foul. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And they're determined to add to the lead, not with more offense, but with big-time D.
Here's Randall. Outside Fournier. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on George.
Well, Evan Fournier proving adept right in that instance of making the defense bite and put him at the free throw line.
The Knicks have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Fournier.
You get a little glimpse into the mindset of Evan Fournier. This guy will do whatever it takes to win.
And so Fournier nails both of them. Unable to get the ball in bounds. They get called for the 5-second violation.
You know, looking at the turnover story, they've had a few miscues along the way, but as we see on the scoreboard, it hasn't hurt them.
Outside, Walker lets it go with a 3. And again, it's the Knicks missing.
Sometimes you just have an off day, and this is one of those games for him.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. Here's a look at what's coming up for New York. On Saturday, they'll face off against Anthony Davis and the Los Angeles Lakers. And then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And for that game against Miami, you know they're going to be amped up for that one, and they'll need to be. That's going to be one tough game for that group.
Well, the defender collapses because on the dribble drive from Kemba Walker, my goodness, is he clever.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And he knocks down the first one. Taj Gibson's checked in for New York. Kemba Walker hits them both.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
Clippers leading by 16. George looking over the floor. Over in the corner, Cousins. Shoots over Toppin. And he can't bank that one in. New York's gone 2 of 5 with the three-point shot since coming out of the break.
And playing alongside Zion Williamson at Duke makes it hard to stand out with your athleticism, but make no mistake about it, R.J. Barrett is a big-time athlete.
And Greg, I think maybe as impressive as what he brings from a physical standpoint is his commitment to put in the work, his understanding of what's required to be successful at the NBA. This guy has not only the physical tools, but the mental makeup and the work habits to be great.
Shot's good by Walker.
Boy, few do it better than Kemba Walker. On the dribble drive, power, strength, finishing ability, so pretty.
Outside, George. And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 14. And the rejection by Cousins. And it's out of bounds for the Knicks as New York retains possession. And Los Angeles with some changes. Zubac is checked in for Ibaka. Marcus Morris comes in for DeMarcus Cousins. And it's Luke Kennard in for Kawhi Leonard. The Knicks also changing it up. Burks, he's checked in for Evan Fournier. And it's Rose in for Walker. So here's Burks. 5 points in the game. Outside Rose. Beyond the arc. Kennard with the rebound. Kennard's got his 4th rebound in this one. It's George on the wing. Passes it to Beverly. Back to George for the 3. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
That's his second make from distance this half after hitting none before that.
Here's Barrett. That one off the back iron and out. Clippers leading by 17. Lob pass to George. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Well, that's about timing and precision and knowing for Paul George how to use that leaping ability to get that alley-oop.
New York calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Peyton, he's checked in for R.J. Barrett.
And checking out the stats for Beverly. How last month turned out for him? He's putting up about 5 points a game, 3 assists, and 2 rebounds. And clearly he's having a tough stretch here. But it's all about how you respond to the adversity. That'll be key.
Right, because everyone gets out of rhythm on occasion. It feels harder than it should be, but you've just got to keep working.
Los Angeles has gotten the 3-ball working for them in the second half. They've hit 3 out of 3 shots from long range. Morris. It's rebounded by New York. Toppin's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Burks kicks to Gibson. Inside. Peyton against Beverly. Pass to Burks. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Over Kennard. Burks can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 19. Outside, George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
We see Paul George just understands how to use his length and his size. He is such a tough cover close to the basket.
It's his first trip to the line. throw good. Paul George.
Now, you love the energy out there. Paul George is an extremely confident, extremely versatile player, and he brings a great level of activity to both ends.
He's perfect from the line this time.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Now the pass to Toppin. Back to Payton. Pass to Burks. Will it go? And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris. With the All-Star game almost here, let's see how the West is shaping up. You look at the Clippers. Their season filled with ups and downs. 10th right now in the conference.
And when you look at the Clippers, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
You know, it's got to be frustrating for them. You can't dwell on the past. You've got to think forward, work together, and play for one another.
Los Angeles leading by 19 points. The three from Morris. Hits it from three-point range. Morris has got 15.
You have now got to respect the three-point shooting ability of Marcus Morris. He understands now he's got to take that shot.
Now here's Rose. To the paint. Here's Gibson. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 6 points for Taj Gibson.
Worked that one inside nicely.
And so George will bring it up for Los Angeles. Passes it to Kennard. Shot clock at 6. George against Rose. Knicks trail by 20. And here we go. Fast break. Payton's got it. And it's sent back by George.
How about the timing from Paul George on that rejection? Twice on the pipes.
For the Clippers, Kawhi Leonard comes in for Luke Kennard. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverly. And a switch here also for New York. Robinson's checked in for Burks. Los Angeles on D. No good from Payton. 1:49 left in the third quarter. Here's Leonard. Toppin pulls it in. The Knicks shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. And finished off by Rose.
There is a persistence and a willingness to seek contact and still finish by Derrick Rose. Nicely done.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
Fournier is checked in for Payton.
What's up?
The free throw drops for Rose. 1:39 left in the third. Leonard kicks to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down. Leonard's got 28 points for the game.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
And the Knicks miss again. And it's blocked. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And finished off by Rose. .59 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Pass to Leonard. Over Toppin. Here's George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Up top, Zubac. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Clock at 6. High arcing shot. Stolen by Rose. Here's Toppin. And Toppin throws it down.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
Now here's Rondo. He's got 8. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Feeds it to Leonard. Stolen by Robinson. Rose against Rondo. And it's Rose penetrating. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle. And now a 3-point play chance here for him.
How about the body control from Rose? Took it right at the defender and got it to go.
And this is his 3rd trip to the line tonight.
What's up?
The free throw drops for Rose. Barrett against George. No good again that time. Kawhi Leonard has been on display for the LA Clippers. Setting up teammates and getting buckets. He is looking as determined as ever. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Here's Rose. And New York looking at who they've got. It's Randall and Robinson at the 4 and the 5. Derrick Rose is out there with R.J. Barrett. And it's Fournier in at the 3 slot.
Now, this guy's starting to rediscover that athleticism. What about that finish and flush?
That'll be a 5-second call.
And really, he played mistake-free basketball up to that point. That's the only time he's turned it over so far.
Fournier with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Randall kicks to Barrett. Outside Fournier. Fires for 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. 22 is their biggest lead. And George, here we go. That one goes. Count it.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for the Knicks. It's a 13-point game. Over in the corner, Randall. Here's Robinson, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Leonard attacking, and he uses the glass on the layup. Leonard's got 30.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Knicks trail by 13. Here is Rose. Randall no good. LA has gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Leonard draws the double. To the inside, Morris. And the layup falls. And the Clippers lead by 15.
It's really clear to me that Marcus Morris has an unshakable belief in his ability to score at will.
For New York, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the 4th quarter. Here's Rose. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
After an ice-cold start to this game, he is pouring it on here in the second half.
Serge Ibaka has checked in for the Clippers. DeMarcus Cousins comes in for Morris.
One shot.
The free throw drops for Rose. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Leonard looking over the floor. To the middle. Here's Ibaka. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, you look at the frame and the physicality of Serge Ibaka. This guy is a hard-nosed player, and he finds a way to power through it.
And New York making a change here. Walker's checked in. The free throw drops for Ibaka. Knicks trail by 15. Now here's Walker. And the dunk by Robinson.
That's just too easy. Kemba, the innate sense to find the open player. Well done.
Leonard against Fournier. Leonard the pass to Cousins. Can't connect from short range.
Well, this has not been his finest hour, but give your teammates some credit for doing the job of stepping in.
Outside Fournier. Trying to get open is Robinson. And Evan Fournier with a three.
They're so adept at sizing up the defense, guys. You cannot give Fournier any space.
Leonard draws the double. The pass to Cousins. Ibaka outside. Los Angeles with another miss.
Well, he wanted to return the favor there for that last three, but it just wasn't in the cards. This isn't a tough case to crack. If they want to put an end to this run, they'll need to start getting back on D.
And here's Rondo after R.J. Barrett hitting the three. It's stolen by Barrett. Drops in the breakaway layup. Now just a 5-point Clipper lead.
R.J. Barrett needs to be and wants to be a two-way player. Take pride in your defense, R.J.
Leonard on the wing. Outside, George. That one's off, still out of sync. Knicks trail by 5. Barrett with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Here's Randall, and they pick up 2.
Well, defense is smart to get close to Randall, but he powers through it anyway.
And the Clippers call time here.
And Doris, the Knicks have made it clear they see Mitchell Robinson as one of their key young players moving forward.
So would I, Greg, if I had a quick twitch 7-footer with the shot blocking abilities, the defensive instincts, and this guy is putting in the time to grow his game on the offensive end. Listen, Mitchell Robinson's going to be a problem in this league.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, during the last break, I heard Tyronn Lue talking with his team. He really got after him in the huddle. He said, look, you can rest after the game. You got to put it all out there if you want to win this one. Back to you guys.
Here's Fournier after the basket by Los Angeles. Outside Robinson. Outside Walker. 6 on the shot clock. Over Rondo, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Well, there's a high level of activity always with Kemba Walker. The action he's creating happens fast. He is so good at making the defender foul.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good from Walker. Kemba Walker hits them both. Clippers leading by 3. Rondo with the ball. Outside Leonard. Good. And it's Rondo who picks up the assist. Rondo's got 5 assists in the game. Rondo against Walker. Randall outside. Shoots the 3. They get it back. Robinson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And this, to me, is where Mitchell Robinson is comfortable operating. Because of the length and size, he can put pressure on defenders.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first.
Now, the one challenge Mitchell Robinson has had through the early portion of his career is a little bit of foul trouble. Nice to see him get to the line for a little bit of payback. One thing we know about him, he's got to stay on the floor to be effective.
And he sinks the second. Now Rondo. Pass to Ibaka. Down low. Here's George. Lays it up off the glass. George has got 29 in the game.
Well, we know that Paul George understands there's a certain point in the game that he's got to take over, and he's doing it now.
And so it's Walker with it, who brings it up for the New York Knicks. They trail by 7. Count the basket and the foul. Serge Ibaka picks one up there.
And that's about the worst defense I can imagine a team playing coming down the stretch.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Clippers leading by 4. And here's George. Fires the 3. It's Ibaka. That time on the assist by George. Ibaka's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, Serge Ibaka is a self-made stretch 4. That guy added that dimension as his career unfolded.
Walker surveying the floor. Knocked away. Randall passes to Walker. 5 to shoot. From deep. That shot missing. So Los Angeles will take it the other way.
Well, he hasn't proven to be much of a floor spacer for them. He had the 1-3, but that was back in the first half.
Oh, he just punches that one down with a fury.
He rubs it in a little deeper with the hanging finish. Knicks trail by 9. Barrett the pass to Randall. Now here is Robinson. Defended by Ibaka. Here's Walker with the 3. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. Cousins has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Rondo against Walker. Here's Cousins. Kicks it to Leonard. 5 on the clock. Leonard draws the double. Here's Cousins. Robinson with the block.
Well, no easy buckets with Mitchell Robinson in the vicinity. Sends that back with authority.
And that's a terrific sequence at both ends there. There was the block shot, then the run out, and nice finish on the break.
Now here's Rondo. Pass to Leonard. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, Kawhi has become one of the smartest offensive players in the game, understanding use of the shot fake and what it can give you.
And the first one drops. Leonard hits them both. Now, here's Barrett. Over George. Kept alive by New York. He gets that one. Randall's got 4 points in the quarter.
Well, in the rebounding game, at least, it's been a strong physical performance for him.
Rondo passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Here is Ibaka. Clippers moving the ball around. Bucket is good. And the Clippers lead by 9.
What a luxury to have someone like DeMarcus Cousins roaming the interior and drawing defensive attention.
Rondo with the steal. Here's Cousins, and then Cousins with the dunk.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And that one's good. Leonard
challenging this D with the 3 ball. That's his second from distance this half. And he also hit one in the first half, too.
New York calls timeout. You have to like what we're seeing so far from Kawhi Leonard.
He's just really a one-man wrecking crew down low. And with this timeout, they've got to make some adjustments because he's been steady inside.
And now a moment to present the New Balance Player of the Game, Kawhi Leonard.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Knicks trail by 14. Barrett with the ball. Robinson dishes to Rose. And now the fast break. Rondo with the ball. And it's Leonard with the jam.
Well, guys, Kawhi may not have averaged 20 points per game until his 5th season, but now it happens with regularity.
New York shooting and hitting almost everything here in the 4th, up around 58% from the field. To the paint, shot to stop the run. Here's Randall, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Randall's got 6 points in the quarter.
They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the second half. That extra effort will help them cut into this deficit.
Now here's Cousins. Leonard the pass to George. Here is Ibaka, guarded by Robinson. Here's Cousins. Robinson pulls it in. Knicks trail by 14. Here's Fournier. Cousins pulls it in. Cousins has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Fournier against Rondo. Pass to Leonard. Over Rose. And it's good off the back rim and in. Leonard's got 44.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
New York shooting 43% for the game. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Rose dishes to Robinson. And the rejection by Ibaka. Trying to get open is Randall, and he gets it back. Offensive rebound, and another shot. George against Barrett, and George kicks to Rondo. Cousins, the pass to Ibaka. The Knicks pull it in. Barrett with the ball. He's picked up by Rondo. Inside, Rose. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Cousins has got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Dishes to Rondo. 1:31 left to play here in the 4th. To the inside. George trying to break free. It's good.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
Their shot blocking turned out to give them a big advantage in this game.
Yeah, excellent defense around the rim there, Kevin. They were disciplined and focused.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Kawhi Leonard.
He was doing everything right, and the points came in bunches. Definitely had the hot hand.
To the middle, here's Randall. Nice D from Cousins. And here is Los Angeles now. Outside Rondo. Leonard draws the double. Inside. 6 to shoot. Cousins finds Leonard. That one falls.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
For the Clippers, Patrick Patterson. He's checked in for Ibaka. And it's Batum and for Paul George for the Knicks. Free throw drops for Leonard. And here's Payton. He'll bring it up for the Knicks. Burks in the corner. And Kevin Knox gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds that time. .23 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Noel finds Payton. Trying to end the drought. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Rajon Rondo.
I think if you're very aggressive with Elfrid Payton, this guy is getting good at picking up these kinds of fouls.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. So he comes up empty, missing both. Now Rondo. So the Clippers winning this one easily. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks, Kevin. Kawhi, the points came fast and furious, so what's clicking for you?
Our offense is just rolling. Turning the defense into offense. My guys on my team are looking for me to make shots, and I'm knocking them down.
You were cooking them tonight, man. Appreciate your time. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. And we'll see you next time.